Good, happy Wednesday morning, January 23rd, 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, we begin with the weather. Currently, right now, is mostly cloudy, 13 degrees, and frigid weather moves out. With more on that, let's go to meteorologist Mike Haddad with a full weather forecast.
Thank you very much for joining us, Stormwatch 9 weather on the web. Temperatures not nearly as low as the past 24 hours, and the warming trend looks to continue. So while we do have some spots that did top off in the 20s and are falling already back into the teens, even sub-zero north, 30s take over for many during the day on Wednesday, and then even warmer air, 40s, maybe even a few low 50s arrive on Thursday. However, in between all of that, Wednesday night, some wet weather advances, but while the air temperatures just above the ground are well above freezing, the ground is so cold that we could see some pockets of icing for Wednesday evening through about midnight, 1, 2 a.m., early on Thursday morning. Clouds will be in the increase tonight. A couple of snow showers develop up north by early morning. Otherwise, it should be dry for the morning commute. In the afternoon, more snow showers scattered about far northern New Hampshire, light mix in the mountains, and a couple of rain or mixed showers in southern New Hampshire. Not a major problem for the afternoon. However, as the evening wears on, rain begins to increase. Temperatures should be well above freezing, a few feet off the ground where the temps are taken, but right at the immediate ground could be cold enough to ice up. So untreated surfaces may glaze over anywhere north and west of Manchester. So just be aware of that. Even in the local Manchester area, points north and east, there may be a couple of pockets of icing through the evening. Overnight, we warm up well above 35 to 40, could even be approaching 50 by early on Thursday, so it's all rain by then, and then it all moves out by early on Friday morning. Travel impacts due to weather, low. We'll call it low because a couple of snow showers may impact the North Country and dry with no impact elsewhere. Wednesday night, a medium impact due to any rain, freezing on contact in spots. By Thursday, a medium impact due to rain, possibly heavy at times, and no travel issues due to weather expected on Friday and Saturday for that matter. Temperatures tomorrow climb to near freezing north to around 40 south, but again, keep in mind the ground's so cold that we could see that rain freezing on contact in spots Wednesday night. Thursday, it's a milder rain, heavy at times, breezy and colder on Friday, dry and chilly on Saturday. Sunshine giving way to afternoon flakes on Sunday. Those flakes give way to sun on Monday before a wintry mix likely arrives before Tuesday is over.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Mike Haddad. And that's what to expect for the days coming ahead of us. So, be prepared. Some rain and a little bit of icing, but no major storm until that Tuesday with the wintry mix. So that is good news there. And now let's take a live look outside in our Portsmouth Harbor. Portsmouth Harbor, New Hampshire. Take a look. As you see, it's a quiet morning there. Temp is 12 degrees and winds south at 30 miles per hour. So that is good news there. Quiet morning in Portsmouth Harbor. And now let's take a look at your traffic. Here's a look at your traffic this morning. We're seeing a lot of green roadways and a few yellow spots near the Warner area and then near the Concord area. Otherwise, traffic is moving smoothly this morning. No major issues to report just yet. So that is good news, and hopefully it stays that way. And now let's get to your news for the morning. First up, man seriously injured in crash with tractor trailer on Route 101 in Dublin. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Kristen Carosa. Okay, looks like we're having...
Been doing this often. Till I get there. You're my first one, actually.
Whatever he's planning now.
This is dashcam video of Route 101 in Dublin this morning around 10:30 a.m. In just a matter of moments, this Jeep was seen drifting into oncoming traffic.
My dad shouted and he saw this Jeep. It's just in the other lane.
The video was taken by John Kramer and his father. They saw the Jeep crash into the tractor trailer, breaking open the fuel tank, causing an explosion and a fire. We've chosen to stop the video just before impact.
The diesel just went everywhere. Explosion.
Kramer says their car crashed into the Jeep, but once they realized they were okay, they went to help.
The Jeep was on fire and we're hesitant to go in there, but I did.
Kramer laid the victim on the ground, who's been identified as 18-year-old Samuel LaChance of Manchester. He held him until first responders arrived.
It's really hard. I mean, someone's unconscious in your hand, and you see him, he's just a mess.
LaChance has been airlifted to Boston to be treated for serious injuries as investigators work to figure out what caused him to drift.
We don't know if he was trying to pass a vehicle or if he just drifted over, wasn't paying attention. Unknown at this time.
Kramer is now among the many hoping LaChance will be okay.
That's another human life, and hopefully he's treated well, and hopefully he's gonna stay healthy for the rest of his life.
Investigators are looking into all possible causes of this crash, including the weather and icy road conditions. Reporting in Dublin, Kristen Carosa, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Frigid weather leads to frozen pipes in homes, stores, and restaurants. Let's take a listen to the video from Jess Moran. Okay, a little technical difficulties. Hopefully we can get this video for you guys. Hold on.
Homewood's Furniture and Design Center is having a truckload sale of reclining furniture at unprecedented prices.
Customers in Derry walking up to Shaw's only to be turned away by a temporarily closed sign on the door.
I don't know. We just came to go in there and pick up some stuff, and they said they're closed.
Yeah, I was just coming to just get some groceries and it was closed. I'm just curious why. I'm guessing it's the cold.
That's a correct guess. A Shaw's spokesperson tells News 9 due to weather conditions, a sprinkler at the front of the store broke. They were able to get it fixed and reopen the store. Is that something you would understand given the conditions right now?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I can certainly understand. And of course I'll come back.
In Nashua, the owner of Halua Restaurant and Lounge stood in front of a similar sign meeting with cleanup crews. He says a sprinkler pipe burst and flooded the basement, and it will be days before they can reopen. Nashua Fire responded to the call and says they also responded to Bishop Girton High School for a broken heating pipe in the ceiling. The school's website confirms they closed due to a heating problem. So you're expecting to get more calls?
It'll continue probably the next day or two.
The owner of Joyce Cooling and Heating has received more calls lately, and he's not surprised.
there's going to be a weak point, and that weak point's going to just expand and pop, and then it kind of like moons out a little bit, and then when it thaws, just the pressure from the water just pushes it out.
Now, a couple of tips from Joyce Cooling and Heating. They say try to keep your cabinets open, like under your sink, to try to let some heat in there. Also, try to let the water trickle a little bit to keep that hot water going, and do not set your thermostats back at all. Also, the Nashua Fire Department, they say that if you have any issues, if you're concerned about frozen pipes, call a plumber. Do not try and thaw them yourselves. In Nashua, Jessica Marin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Good advice there. Do not do it yourselves. Manchester TSA workers continue to show up for work despite shutdown. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
Introducing Beauty Black. Here, sleep is the ultimate luxury.
Dream in black. Get up to 5 years, no interest financing with no minimum purchase.
Cardi's Furniture.
We're stubborn granite staters. We're not gonna fold that quickly.
But that doesn't mean David Boucher and his fellow TSA agents aren't struggling with the government shutdown.
One couple here, their husband and wife, they're both TSA employees. Double whammy there. Neither one of them are getting a paycheck. I've had one coworker tell me that his wife was going to postpone cancer treatment until their finances more, know what's going on.
Boucher and some of his colleagues spoke with Senator Maggie Hassan on Tuesday, expressing concerns over how they'll survive financially if the shutdown continues.
We want to get our bills paid. We're worried about our credit. We're worried about the landlord coming after us.
They're also feeling like they're being used as pawns in a big political debate.
Senator Hassan says both sides need to find a compromise to end that debate, and soon.
We need to continue our negotiations about the final solution for our Department of Homeland Security budget. There is no reason to keep government closed while those negotiations go on.
Hassan has joined in on a bill that would protect federal workers and their families from foreclosures, evictions, and loan defaults during a government shutdown. Meanwhile, Boucher is hoping to never go through this again. His message to lawmakers:
get it done. Work together, compromise.
And now the TSA says there have been no changes in security procedures here at this airport, and wait times are hovering right around average. Reporting live in Manchester, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire ranked among most educated states in America, report says. Massachusetts ranked number 1. And a new report has ranked New Hampshire as one of the most educated states in America. Wallet Hub examined factors such as education, attainment, school quality, and achievement gaps between genders and race. New Hampshire ranked number 7 with an educational attainment ranking of 5, but a quality of education ranking of only 20. The Granite State ranked 2nd for the highest percentage of high school diploma holders. 3 other New England states made the top 10, with Massachusetts coming in at number 1, Vermont coming in at number 3, and Connecticut coming in at number 4. Here's the list of the top 10. So Massachusetts is in the #1 spot. Then it goes to Maryland, then Vermont, Connecticut, Colorado, Virginia, New Hampshire, Minnesota, Utah, and Washington. In the bottom 10, beloved Nashua philanthropist Jimmy Stello dies at 87. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Gene Mackin.
The sign outside the family business, "Rest in Peace, Jimmy," signals the end of a lifetime, but not a legacy. There are signs of Jimmy Stellos all over Nashua. His 3 daughters say he made an impression everywhere he went.
Dad was such a charismatic man, and everybody considered him a friend, and he was everybody's friend.
Dad was our friend, too. He was our friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was just 23, he opened Stellos Electric in the garage of his mother's home. He started giving back right away. The electrician donated his talent and money to the Nashua Lions Club, the American Heart Association, Boys and Girls Clubs, schools, sports teams, the City Hall bell, his beloved Greek Orthodox Church, and people he met along the way.
I just saw him giving to individuals, and that's how I saw my dad as a giver.
Jimmy Stellos was a huge sports fan, a Red Sox season ticket holder for 50 years this year, and he gave the money to build the stadium bearing his name so that children in Nashua would always have a place to play.
All through his life, he's been very generous, very supportive of high school and other athletics, and but very quietly in the background, never looking for accolades, but he'll be sorely missed.
He was a great dad, a great grandfather, and a wonderful husband, and he was just larger than life, but he was just our dad.
In Nashua, Gene Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And all of us here at the Riley King Network send our thoughts and prayers to Jimmy Stello's family and friends. And all of us will miss him as well. Just watching that video, he seems like a great man. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.